of you who don't know me, I'm Jody, Kimmy's older sister. Kimmy and I are very close, and I love the relationship we have. I feel very fortunate that she is my sister, and I'm so proud of her today. Kimmy and Stuart, congratulations on the start of your life together. I've never seen my sister this happy since she started dating Stuart. When I was in Europe a few weeks ago last summer, Kimmy and I could not talk on the phone as frequently as we usually do. So she sent me an email. She sent me an email saying she had met quite a special young man. She went into detail about their weekend in field together, and how much fun she was having, and how comfortable she felt. She couldn't wait to tell me more and for me to meet him. So a few weeks later, I was on my way to Colorado to see them. When I saw them together, I knew right away that he was special to her. You could see it in her eyes. She had that huge infectious smile on her face, and most notably, she was not wearing her Korean Chinese. And for most of you who don't know, Kimmy and I have quite a collection of shoes, mostly heels. I knew Stuart was special to my family come Christmas. Christmas is a big deal in our house. My mom loves Christmas and goes all out. But the only present she wants from us each year is a picture of Kimmy and I with Santa. No joke. My mom has 30 pictures of us with Santa. It started when we were toddlers and a little bit of scared Santa, to pictures of us in elementary school when we were so excited with wish lists in hand, to teenagers when we had attitudes and wanted to be anywhere else, to our 20s when we were smart enough to grin and bear it because we knew how much it meant to my mom. Recently, it has become quite a hassle to get Santa pictures, though. Not to mention, it's also a little creepy for us sitting on a random Santa system all the time. So last December, Kimmy called me and said, "Guess what? We don't have to get our pictures with Santa anymore." I was in disbelief. Did Mom finally come to her senses and say we didn't have to take any more pictures? No, she said. Stuart can be Santa. At first, I didn't know what to think, but then she explained that Stuart dressed up each year and passed out gifts to needy children, and I already had an outfit. We realized this is a great idea. So come Christmas, I hear jingle bells from upstairs and see Santa Stuart coming down in costume. My mom got a picture of us. However, this year, only one of us was sitting on his lap. Since we now have a resident Santa, I'm sure my mom will get her picture for years to come. So Stuart, thanks in advance. My husband Alan is just fearful he might have to be the elf next year. In all seriousness, I'm so glad you two found each other and are so happy. Let's raise our glasses to Kimmy and Stuart. Congratulations. Cheers. Cheers.
Thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reed Hogue. I have the honor of being Stuart's brother and best man this evening. Stuart and I have been the best of friends for the longest of times. But before we get into that, I would first like to give a sincere thanks to Scott and Jeanette for a wonderful party and a wonderful wedding today. I could do a lot of a lot of embarrassing damage tonight. But I'm going to choose to do that later next to the bar, so feel free to join me. I want you all to know how special Stuart and Kim's relationship truly is. I met them together almost a year ago at Cheyenne Frontier Days. You will see their picture on the front of their album this evening. Kim all duted up to the nines, ready to go and see a rodeo. I don't know if she's ever done it before. But it was a treat. Stuart held a can of Coors all the way in the back of my car in one hand, and Kim's hand in the other, for an hour and 30 minutes. Now, Stuart, let me tell you, if you don't know this yet, you got a catch, pal. The other thing that's missing tonight is the love of our father, David Hogue, who loves Stuart more than anything. Stuart and Dad had one of the very closest relationships that any father and son could possibly ever have together. It was something that we all admired. It was something that we all really treasured. So Stuart, tonight, as the oldest member of the male Hogues, I wish you the very best in your life to come. In honor of our father, I give his favorite toast of all time. It comes from Winston Churchill. This is not the end, this is not the beginning, but rather, this is the end of the beginning. You all are going to have a wonderful life together. Godspeed to you both. I do leave you in laughter, and Stuart, do not forget this, whatever you do. A man in love is incomplete until he's married, then he's finished. If you all would please join me in welcoming the newest Mr. and Mrs. Hogue.
My name is, well, they call me Jimmy, but I'm really Jim. I grew up a long time ago. Well, at least not physically grew up. I have known the Hogue family for a long time, and David, for those of you who don't know who I am, David and I went to high school together and college together. And so I know more stories about it than anybody does, and I'm not going to repeat very many of them because they're not repeatable. But Scott was right, because his sons are an embodiment of him, literally. Great boys. This has been a fine occasion for my wife Betty and I to be at. We would have never missed it for anything in the world. I just have a few things to say. First of all, relationships are something that rarely start out as love. They usually begin as friendship that ultimately blooms into relationships that strengthen as your friendship grows. Friendship, like love, is based on trust. If you individually give each other your trust, then your relationship, your loving married relationship, can do nothing but strengthen over the years. I would like to raise a toast to Kim and Stuart. May the friendship you have strengthened, may the friendships you have strengthen your love for each other, and the trust you have sustain your loving relationship through all the wonderful and sometimes difficult times that you will experience in your life. May your life be filled with abundant joy and overwhelming happiness for the rest of your lives.